Good morning, West Coast. Good afternoon, East Coast. Hello to everybody in between and outside. It's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter, and it is Sunday yet again. We had a surprise live on Friday night, if you caught that. I couldn't sleep because the fireworks were going off. It's funny, every time I go to, when I lived in Dallas-Fort Worth, we had fireworks going until the wee hours of the morning, like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is my first 4th of July here in Virginia, and I didn't know what it was going to be like, so I didn't know what to expect. And thankfully, everything did quiet down. Pretty much as soon as I went live, things started to quiet down. So honestly, I probably could have gone to bed pretty soon after getting home, but excuse me, but it was fun hanging out with everybody and spending some time with y'all. And I know some of you have expressed that you enjoyed having a distraction, so we may do that again next year on the 4th of July. We'll see what happens. Hey everybody, Kathy's here, Vicky, Dawn, Miss Brown. Hi, Miss Brown. Good to see you. It's good to see you at Road to Virginia. Pat, D.R. Chinkins. Jonathan, hey, good to see you. Judy, Auntie L, Pat, June, both Pats. There's two Pats right next to each other. Lynn, Jan, so good to have all of you here. Hello from California. Hello from Phoenix, Arizona. California. Hi, everyone. So glad that you're here. So glad that you're here today. So a quick little thing. Lisa Martin, thank you so much for the fabric. If you tuned in on the live stream from Friday night, I showed off some of the fabric that she sent, Doctor Who fabric, and I had never seen one of those prints before, and I can't wait to use it in something. So Lisa, thank you so much. She reached out to me on Instagram, was like, hey, did you get my fabric? I was like, I did, in fact, get your fabric. So thank you so much for sending that. I really appreciate that. Hey, Josh. Josh actually joined me and Becca yesterday on I was about to say on the live stream. On the podcast, we recorded the next episode, well, the following episode of the So Off Kilter podcast. The newest episode will come out on Wednesday, and Becca is taking a break. It is just going to be me and all male quilters, and we talk about what it's like to be a male quilter in a female-dominated space. Really good interview with the guys. I had a great time. And then the following, not the following week, but the week after that, Josh will be on the podcast with us, and we had a great time talking about pattern and pattern designing. So it's a really good, I think it's a really good podcast, and I think you will too. So Kate says, hello from South Wales, UK. Hello, UK. So glad that you're here today. Jonathan, I am very excited for the podcast this week. I can't wait to hear everybody's reaction to the podcast this week. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one. Another announcement, July 12th is going to be a Zoom session, whatever you want to call it, is going to be an open sew day. So you're going to be able to work on whatever project you want to work on. The breakout rooms will be open, so this is a time for my community to come together and sew on whatever they want to work on. This first one is open to everyone. I'm making this very first one. It's like giving away that free sample to get you hooked, so that way you come back for more. The first one is going to be free. Everybody's going to be welcomed, and you're more than welcome to come check it out. After the 12th, it runs from 12 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. After that, it will be only for channel members. So if you're a channel member here on my channel, you will continue to get the information for the Zooms. If you are not a channel member, it will be reserved just for channel members. If you'd like to become a channel member, you can do that. You can, what does it say? Subscribe, purchase, something. Basically, the monthly membership is basically think of it as a recurring tip that helps me do what I do here on YouTube and also be able to offer the Zooms, because that does come at a cost, unfortunately. So I do have to spend a little money for that. But basically, that channel membership is a reoccurring tip every month that gives you access to the Zooms that will probably happen quarterly. Becca has decided to keep doing it monthly. She just may not be in them monthly. She's going to hold them monthly. She just won't be there every month. And so I think I'm going to stick to the quarterly for now. And if it takes off like a rocket, then we may do it every other month. I don't know. We'll see. Let's kind of just feel it out and see what it's like. So Flicky Chicky, they're going to be quarterly at the moment. So the first one will be July 12th, and then we'll go sometime in the fourth quarter for the next one. I'll pick a date at some point, but um, Linda says, glad to catch you live. Hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you were able to be here live today, and I hope you get to join me some more live in the future. Will there be coffee and donuts? Josh, if you're bringing for everyone, sure, why not? There'll be coffee and donuts if you bring it. I'll teleport it out there to everyone. How do you join? Down underneath the YouTube window, if you are in on a computer, you can join the membership here on YouTube. If you are on a mobile device, I think you have to go. I don't remember how to do it. There is in the description of this video. There is a link to join the membership. So if you go down, there will be like a red dot, and you can oh, Saturday, Flicky Cheeky, sorry. Saturdays, I'm going to do it on Saturdays, and it will probably be somewhere around the time frame of 12 to 6 Eastern is about the time frame. It may shift a little bit as I, life happens. But it will probably be on Saturdays, because obviously Sundays I have the live streams. So probably on Saturdays, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll kind of feel this out and see what happens. Hope that makes sense. I need to trim my mustache. I'm like trying to eat it again. At least I'm not like who was that? Jamie from Mythbusters, who had that gigantic mustache and it was like huge. I love Mythbusters. Anyway, so there's that. If there's any other questions, feel free to either put it in the live chat or if you're watching the replay, if you want to put it in the comments, I'll make sure to answer any questions like that. The link for the Zoom is on my website calendar, so go over to my website, offkiltercrafterian.com, and then it'll be there. And then if you are a channel member, it'll also pop up in the community portion of my YouTube channel. That's where you will find it moving forward. So familiarize yourself with the community tab here on YouTube, so that way you know where to go get the links, because it will be a post just for members here on YouTube. I'm sorry, Flicky Chickies. She says, sorry, sadly Saturdays are when I'm at the shop all day. Sorry to hear that. Savannah, or Jamie from Mythbusters, yeah. He did have the driest humor. He really did. It was hilarious. I know that Adam and Jamie did not get along very well. Like, they were oil and water, oil and vinegar, whatever it is. They did not get along at all. Hi, Bobby. But they were hilarious together, and I miss that show dearly. Anyways, all right, I've talked for like 10 minutes. So what are we doing today? Oh, I left my router here. If you join me on 4th of July, by the way, this is the TP-Link portable router. So I actually used this at the hotel that I stayed at when I was in Disneyland. And I absolutely loved having my own Wi-Fi network in my hotel room. It was great. It was really great. So, and if you join me on Friday, you know that I was working on a little case. It's on the floor at the moment. And if we finish today's project early, we may switch over to that. We'll see. Although the way I'm talking at the moment, I don't know that that's going to happen. We'll see. So what are we working on today? We are working on this is Wild West. I was a part of the live reveal for Wild West from Cotton Cuts, and normally Cotton Cuts sends me a border kit, but I think communication got a little mixed up. I don't know exactly what happened, but I didn't get a border kit for this quilt. So they reached out to me and said, hey, we ran out of border kits. However, we did have extra fabric for you left over at the shop. So since you like to make your borders anyways, here are the pieces to play around. So I was like, all right, let's create something that's going to be fun and something that will be different than everybody else's. So I have a green border. They did have enough for the green border on the inside, but I needed a border for the outside. So what I did, they sent me a lot of the blue fabric to make the border, because that's what officially the border is made out of for the kits, is this grunge blue fabric. So I have enough of the blue grunge to do that. But I thought I'm going to use my Oops kit. So I cut all of my Oops kits pieces up since I'm not going to use them for the quilt. I didn't need them for the Oops kit. Uh, Perfect. Deborah says Saturdays work perfectly for you. Awesome. I'm very glad. Let's see. I watched Friday's replay and sewed a big. I watched Friday's replay and sewed a Bigfoot block last night. Awesome, Melissa. Hi, Laura. Have fun working. She's lurking today, so have fun working on what you're working on. So I have the Oops kits, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to piece my own border. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create with the colored pieces, besides the blue, I'm going to make like little diagonal kind of things. It'll make more sense in a second. But my border's not going to be the typical width. I normally go for a 6.5-inch border, but I didn't have enough fabric to do the 6.5, so it's going to be, it's actually a 4.25 border, which will make it a little less than 4 inches when it's all said and done. Because when I put the binding on, that binding will eat into it a little bit. But actually, the binding is also going to be the blue, so it may, in fact, end up being almost exactly the same, so it'll work out. I have my binding fabric here, so I'm going to set that off to the side. The question for today, I'm going to start off with a strip. This is a 4.25 by 9-inch strip. And that's what I cut all of these to. And the important question is, what order do I want to put them in? So what order do I want my strips to be in? And we're going to go to this. Oh, hi. Hi over there. I forgot to turn my camera on. Hold on. Let me get this camera turned on. It'll switch here and just, you get to see the rest of the room, apparently. There it goes. There's the camera. Is the router, you got the AX 1800, let's see. I think it is. I think that is the one I got. It's on a fantastic sale. It is the AX 1500 Wi-Fi 6. Yes, that is the router that I got. And you can actually use, this is not sponsored. They don't know that I'm talking about this at all. You can actually use a VPN with it as well. I liked it because all of my devices automatically, because I named it the same name as the Wi-Fi that I have here at the house. So I basically created my own little network and all of my devices automatically connected to it. So I liked that a lot. Man, I wish TP-Link, hey, hit me up, sponsor me. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm playing around with color order. So I'm trying to figure out what color order I want to put this in. Obviously, the blue is going to go first because the blue needs to go first. And then after that, it will be whatever colors I want after that. So I wish I had an overhead camera. I don't. This is what we got. So what color order should I put this in? We've got the yellow, the reds, the turquoise-ish, the lime green, and the orange. Hey, Patricia, thank you so much for joining my membership. Appreciate you. Any excuse to show off those ribbons. I mean, always. No, just kidding. Hopefully I'll get some more ribbons because I've got to ship out my quilts to the North Texas Quilt Festival. That one's going out very soon. I've got to package, Becca and I are going to package our quilts together. And Leo is actually going to deliver those for us. So thank you, Leo. And then I have one quilt that should get to the main quilt show this week. So very excited about it. If you're at the main quilt show, I have a quilt in the show. Joyce says, hi Ian, this is the first live show I'm watching. Welcome, I'm so glad that you're here and could join today. So let's see, I think, what order do I want these to go in? I feel like I want to do, maybe I should do the red, no, orange. I feel like, let's do the lime green. I'm going to put the lime, no, I want to do yellow. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to go yellow, and then I'm going to do the turquoise. Then I'm going to do the red, and then the lime green, and then the orange. Let's try to get them about. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let me see if I can hold this up without like throwing them everywhere. Oh, I should go back to this camera really quick. Boop. All right, guys, what do you think about this color order? I kind of like that. I like that color order a lot, actually. What do you think? I think that looks good. I think we're going to go with that. Ooh, I almost pulled my cord out. Let's see. Josh says, I've got mine prepped and packaged for North Texas. I keep procrastinating. I get it. It's scary. Did you put an air tag in it? I just sewed in my air tags into my quilts. I finished putting the sleeve on my quilt yesterday, so it's all good. It is ready to go. Josh says, Jonathan, the ribbon camera shot gave a bit of unintended flex. Absolutely. So yeah, I think we're gonna go in that order. I kind of like that order. So what I'm gonna do, I actually need to reverse the layering a little bit. But that is what we are going to do, I think. And what I'm going to do is I am going to sew them at a 45-degree angle because I want to have it kind of like binding. I want that diagonal line. Awesome. Deborah says, yes, I love the colors in the order that you arranged them. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them at a 45-degree angle. Or excuse me, I'm going to sew at a 45-degree angle. I am going to put them at a 90-degree angle to each other. I'm going to find my other side. I don't have my tape on my bed here. So I'm doing it blind, kind of. What criteria is required for a show entry perfect points design? So, hello all watching while I unpacked a test border type thingy. Love the colors. Awesome, Janie. So what is required for a quilt show? So it depends. It really depends. You don't have to have perfect points. You don't have to have perfect binding. You don't have to have a lot of things. So it is interesting because when I first put my quilt, I should come to the face camera for this. When I put my quilt in to the North Texas Quilt Festival, when I put Daydreamer, the Butterfly Effect, I thought for sure it was not going to win a ribbon because it didn't have perfect points. It definitely did not have a lot of the things that I thought a winning quilt would have. But then it won a blue ribbon. So and my binding was put on by machine. I did no hand binding for that one whatsoever. So you may feel like your quilt is not good enough because it doesn't have perfect points. It doesn't have XYZ. It doesn't matter. It's about displaying your work and having it on display. And you shouldn't go into a quilt show thinking you're going to win a ribbon. You should go into it with, I get to display my work for everyone. I get to show it off. And I get to show it. If you have a quilter, that was another reason why I wanted to put the quilt in, is because I wanted to show off the work of my quilter and what she had done on it. So it's not always about like the perfectness of your quilt, because I have a very not perfect quilt and it got a blue ribbon. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. I'm working on the dragon fruits. Or excuse me, I'm working on the Toasty the Dragon. I don't know why I said dragon fruit. Apparently I want Starbucks and the dragon fruit drinks that they have. I don't know. I have 48 blocks done, only 16 more to go. You are knocking it out of the park. That takes a while. I'm developing a consistent theory that Ian always has a camera trained on the ribbon. You're funny, Jonathan. Make sure to sew half an inch away from the, and save the half square. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I think I might do that. Let's see here. I'm going to, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. And I have a pen. Where's my pen? There it is. I have a air erasable pen. So I'm going to draw a line and I'm going to sew on that line. And actually, I'm just going to keep the ruler here to help me know where I need to sew. So I'm just going to keep that there, and I'm going to sew across this line right here. And you're asking, Ian, why are you doing that? Well, when I go to cut all of them, I'll be able to get a half square triangle out of that. I'll be able to sew, I'll be able to cut that line right there. Can you see? I'll be able to cut in between those two lines, and I'll have a half square triangle ready right there. Just, oh, you can't see. My hand was in the way. There you go. Let's see. It also depends on the show. I entered a localist show because they pissed me off and routinely take people's choice. There you go, Flicky Chicky. All right, so now I'm going to take my next color. And I'm going to put it just like this. And put it right there. I really need to get some diagonal, or some seam guide tape. Is that what that's called? Seam guide tape, I think, right? Whatever it is. I really need to put some on this machine setup, but I just kind of peek under the fabric. I'm usually pretty good. It may not be like perfect, but it's usually pretty good. Ian, I love that you hang. I love that hanging on your wall. Oh, are you talking about this right here? This was my QuiltCon mini quilt swap project that my partner gave to me, and I love it. I'm blanking on her name at this moment. Why am I blanking on her name? I don't know. But I love that quilt. I am so excited that I finally put it up. Took me far too long to actually put it on display, but I love it. You're right, this would make a pretty cool pillowcase. Oh, Lord. Flicky Chicky says the show is horrified by my Progress Pride quilt that I quilted with rainbows and glittery fabric. Well, let them be horrified because... Because of you. Okay. And I'm doing it wrong. There's no easy way to put this out. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Debbie said hello to me in the chat. Hope everybody's having a great day. What's everybody working on today? Did you have a good 4th of July? Thank you, Donna. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Donna, use exclamation selfie in the chat and you'll be able to get a link to your channel put out there. If anybody has a channel and you want to promote it, use exclamation selfie in the chat. picked that one up from Becca. Look at this. I'm loving this. This is looking great. And it will be different from everybody else's quilt. And I love that. I love it. All right, I just did red, so now it's time to go to the lime green. Sounds fun, Jonathan. Jonathan says, back to sewing apparel and playing with the serger. Brooke is sorting through Halloween fabric to make a spooky quilt. Jonathan just finished a spooky quilt. I need to get working on a spooky quilt for this year. I have not yet. I have a whole shelf of fat quarters, Halloween fat quarters. I need to find a fat quarter pattern that I like because I need to get working on a Halloween quilt for this year. And Becca downloaded a super cute panto for Halloween. Did I? You know what? I totally forgot to put the thingamajigger on this one. So we're gonna make a half square triangle out of this. And since I already have this sewn together, we're gonna do the same thing for this one. I am all over the place with organization today. Have you ever had one of those days when you're just like all over the place? That apparently is me today. James is working on cutting a Kate Fassett log cabin quilt. Awesome. Donna's working on Skulliver today. I need to work on my Skulliver, Donna. I have kind of let that one fall to the wayside. Although I have the Halloween one. I need to work on that one sooner rather than later. Maybe I can get that one done in time for this Halloween. It's so stinking hot in southern Ontario today. It's a sewing room day. That sounds like a perfect day to me. Guys, speaking of being stinking hot, you can escape the heat next year in August, at the end of August, beginning of September. Join Becca, Tiffany, and me on the Alaskan cruise. We are selling seats quite quickly, or spots, I should say, not seats, but we're selling spots on our cruise very quickly. So if you want to be a part of that, you might want to move sooner rather than later. You can check my website, offkiltercrafterian.com/Alaska for more information. I also just dropped the link in the chat. So if you want to be a part of that Alaskan cruise, you might want to move sooner rather than later. Don't end up on the waiting list. I need to go pick threads for an embroidery project. 7 bridesmaids robes to personalize. Oof, goodness gracious. Layla's working on putting borders on after piecing leftover blocks into a backing. Awesome. The Villa Rose pattern, Lucky Split pattern, is a good fat quarter pattern. I'll have to check that out. Joan is here and says, hi everybody in chat, working on putting borders together for doing diamonds. Then need to square it up and put the binding on. Should be done today. Yay! Awesome. Putting flyaway block 6 together. Karen says, hi Ian, I was on last night watching the replay and you were talking about the small sewing space. So you can trade spaces with your living room by putting your sofa in my sewing space. That is true. I could do that. But also, I kind of like where everything's at. I think what it is I'm ready for a house. I'm ready for a house. But I'm not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. That was a wonderful segue, Ian. You're welcome, Melissa. You're welcome. Ting! All right. So, sewing the label on a baby quilt for my soon to arrive granddaughter. Congratulations. That's awesome. All right. I have strips of my blue fabric. And actually, I need to trim off the selvage. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Yeah, I need to cut off the selvage from both ends. I need 72 inches, I believe, worth of fabric. I wrote it down. Yeah, 72 inches. I need 72 inches of fabric to make up the rest, or the total length of the thingamabobber. My border needs a total length of 72 inches. So we're going to sew this on, and then we're going to see how close we are to that. So what Creates is working on a jelly roll rug, and it's the 6th one that she's made. That's awesome. I'm working on a bag for one of my son's dialysis patients to take his stuff back and forth to dialysis. That's awesome. That's really great of you. Becca and I think we're going to work on the backpack from Biani at some point. I don't know when. It's not going to be immediately, but we did get the pattern, so now we just need to work on figuring out when and all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for reminding me where to go. Where did the comment go? I saw the comment. I know it was there. There we go. Jody says, I'm putting the binding for Hey Violet in a rainy Central Texas. I was not flooded. Thank you for reminding me. All of my friends that I know of are safe. None of them were affected by the flooding that I know of. So somebody asked, I think on Facebook, if anybody I knew was affected, and nobody that I know has been affected, but there's a lot of devastation down there, so... my poor home state. Ian, is your Haunted Mansion Joanne's fabric blue or the darker blue-green teal background? Mine is the... Are you talking about... So I showed this off on... Oh no! Oh no! Glad the big camera wasn't on for that one. So are you talking about... Are you talking about this fabric? I showed this off on my live stream on Friday night. This is from Joanne's. This is from Joanne's fabric, and it's like it's a blue. It's a blue. It's a blue. It's blue. It's mostly blue. It has a little bit of green to it. A little bit of green to it. I also showed off this fabric. I don't like this fabric. I'm gonna use it. It will get used, but it is not it's not a very good quality of fabric. I did order some of the Haunted Mansion stripes from Spoonflower. Not my favorite place to get fabric, but it was one of the only places I could get the stripes for it. So I unfortunately had to order it from there. But yeah, sorry everyone. There's my butt. You're welcome. This fell off, and so I needed to put it back up there, but there you go. Yeah, it's more blue. It's more of a blue background with a little bit of green in it. Love Loathingly says, Ian, I hope you can get a house soon. It's definitely not cheap. I was shocked when I looked into home price, doubled my house costs 2/3 more a month. Yikes. Yeah, a house is not going to come anytime soon, but at some point I will get a house, but I'm trying to save up. That's what's happening right now, is I'm saving up for the house. So at some point it's going to happen. It's just not going to be anytime soon, unfortunately. So I am getting half square triangles as well by doing it the way that I am showing y'all. I'm getting these little half square triangles, and as somebody suggested, I could do a pillowcase with them, or, you know, I could do all sorts of things with them. So I can put them into my stash. That is something that I want to work on. You know, Mary's up this way right now, and she brought her Quilt Go, the electronic one. So I'm going to work really hard on getting my stash worked on, so that way when she goes back home, she can take it back with her. But I'm looking to clean up my stash and get it way more organized. I want to make a whole bunch of half square triangles, because at some point it would be fun to do a scrappy quilt using a whole bunch of half square triangles. All right, last one. All right, there we go. So we are now going to press this. Ooh, look, Becca gave me a Easy Press acorn pin from Grunge and Grace. Grace and Grunge. Grunge and Grace. Shoot. Yeah, it is. It's a blue. It's a mid blue shade. It is. The Haunted Mansion fabric. So I haven't filled this up yet. Actually, I should. That's what I can do while I wait for the iron to heat up. So I can fill this up with some acorn Easy Press stuff. Stay. There's a pile of doom somewhere. No worries. No worries, Flicky Chicky. Oh. Oh. I was like, wait, is the liquid going in there? No, because the seal hasn't even been broken. This pattern has a 3/8 seam allowance. I'm not using it. Oh my goodness. 3/8. Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Flicky Cheeky, I understand that. She says, it's not my Tula, so it's not going to be in my special Tula place. That should be enough for now. We'll just leave it like that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right? That is a weird seam allowance. He is working on garments, and so garments do tend to have a weird, like a 5/8 seam allowance, if I remember correctly. All right, let me see if I can activate the Easy Press acorn pin. This is the first time I've ever used this one, so come on. Start the juices flowing. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I hear my robot. It's just coming back from cleaning my bedroom. All right, so now we're going to press towards the dark side. I've never used the Acorn Easy Press pen, so I don't know if I'm doing this right. The heck was that? I just heard a crash. I don't know what that was. It's a little scary. There was definitely a crash. Should I go check? I don't know. Should I? I'm worried to go check. Let's see. Cannot sew for a while. Had hand surgery this week, so I'm getting creative by watching you sew instead. There you go. Alrighty. All right, so I don't know which way I want to press this. I guess I'm going to press this open. Probably would make the most sense, right? Like pressing it open will reduce the bulk and all the things, so we'll probably press open. And by the way, Becca did burn herself. She didn't tell y'all, but she did burn herself on my iron last weekend. Or was it the weekend before? Whenever she was here for the Vintage Sunday, she did manage to burn herself, and I felt terrible. But she is okay. She's all right. Where did my... Oh, it's over here. It's like, where did the pen go? Where did my Acorn Easy Press pen go? I have no idea if this is even putting anything onto the seam. I think it is. Did lay a little flatter. It is a little flatter. So we'll use it up front instead of after I press. Is that how you're supposed to use the pen? I don't know. Y'all tell me, am I using it right or am I using it wrong? Probably using it wrong. Probably using it wrong. Your vacuum found something to knock over. Apparently it did, Karen. Apparently it did. It was loud, whatever it did. Although it was in the base when the crash happened. So I heard it because my base will suck up what's in the vacuum. It like empties into the base, and I heard that running right whenever I heard the crash. So I don't know. I'll have to check after the live stream and figure it out. Or maybe somebody broke into my apartment while I'm live streaming. Wouldn't that be terrible? Oh my gosh. If that door behind me opens, I'm gonna scream. If that door opens, that's what's gonna happen. Right there. Anyways, Grunge and Grace has these Acorn Easy Press pens available for customization. You can check out Grunge and Grace on Etsy, and you can check out her shop and order one from her. Becca gave me this one because it's blue, and she knows I like blue. It is making my seams lay down pretty flat, which I'm happy about that. I'm actually really happy about that. Ah! It's trying to pull up my material. State Fair of Virginia has opened its competition forms. I need to do that. I need to enter before it's too late. I will be entering the doll category with my improv quilt. It is going to fit in the doll category. It's under the size, so I'm going to be entering that one into the doll quilt category, and then I'm still trying to decide what quilt. I think it's going to be Showering Stars, although I think I can enter more than one quilt. I know in State Fair of Texas, I think you could only enter one quilt per category. But I think here I can enter multiple quilts into a category. I can't tell if this is putting liquid out. I think it is. Or it could be my imagination. I don't know. All right, so here's what we got. Hide your Tula, quick! They're coming to steal your Tula! We'll have to call 911, right? Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Kathy, of So Fun Creations. Glad to have you here. All right, so this is what I've got. So this is what I create. Oh, that's going to look so cool when it goes onto the quilt. I think it's going to look really, really cool. Showering Stars is the opposite of the doll quilt. Yes, you are right, Shelby. It is the opposite of the doll quilt. It will not. That one will not be going into the doll quilt size. It will be going into the regular competition. So, all right. So this is what I've got. Let me see how long it is, because I think I'm going to need to add some more onto it. It actually needs to be a little bit longer, because two of the sides borders need to be longer in order to fit the 4 1/4 inch size on the sides. Did that make sense? Remember, I'm going to be putting on 2 of the sides first, and then I'll be doing the top and the bottom. So the top and the bottom need to be a little bit longer to accommodate for that space. So there's 36 inches. And there's another 36 inches. So 36 times 2, double checking, it should be 72. 6 times 2 is 72. Exactly right. So since my quilt is 72 inches, this one actually has a little bit over. So this can be my one of my side borders. Let me double check. I'm going to always measure twice, right? Measure twice, cut once. There's 36. And then I think I have a little extra. Yes, barely. It's like 1 extra inch. So that'll work. That will work as one of the sides. Thank you, Savannah. She said, I really like the border so far. I do too. I'm really liking what this looks like. So this will be very unique to my quilt. Oh, look how cool that is. That's going to be so cool. All right, so I got one done. One and done. Let's work on another one. And then the other 2 borders, after I finish this one, will need to be longer. And a fair amount longer, because it will have to accommodate the 4 1/4 on each side. So let's do it again. Start with the blue. Oh, my bad. That was not the button I was looking for. It was actually for this one. Evening to you all. What quilt are you making today, Ian? I am currently working on making borders for my Wild West quilt. I have the material. Cotton Cut sent me the material to make borders. So I'm working on making my own pieced borders for that quilt, since they didn't have the blue fabric ready to go. They sent some of the extra that they had at the shop and said, have fun. I am going to actually trim that thread because it actually pulled up my corner, so I want to fix that. You don't want it like that. So yeah, I'm piecing my own border right now, so that way I can hopefully get the border put onto the quilt and call it done. Savannah says, I really want to do this colorway for Wild West, but I let my husband choose this time. Yours is so good. Thank you. I really like this colorway a lot. I think it turned out really well, and I'm actually really pleased with this colorway. It was a good choice. I thought about doing the Halloween one, but I'm glad I didn't. I don't think I would have been very happy with that one, so. See you later, Flicky Chicky. Have a good afternoon. Fantastic. I need to catch up on your Wild West. It was a really, it really turned out well. I'm really happy with Wild West. And I am liking my flyaway so far. And I still don't know what colorway I have for Under the Sea yet. So hopefully I get to find that out sooner rather than later. Oh, which one did you get? Are you talking about for Wild West? This is the Calamity colorway. For Freebird, I'm working on... Oh, I almost forgot to do the extra little stitch. Freebird, I have the Tula Pink one. Or Freebird is the one that I got for Flyway. And then again, I don't know which one I have for... what's the name of that one? Under the Sea. I don't know which one I have yet. Karen asked if I remember correctly, you didn't pick this colorway. Becca did for you. No, actually, on this one, I chose my own colorway. Becca didn't participate in Wild West, or she did. She actually started it, but she didn't finish it. So no, I actually picked this colorway for myself. The one you're thinking of is my mind's drawing a blank. Which one was that? If I saw it, I would know exactly which one it is. No, Tree of Life. She picked my colorway on Tree of Life. I was like, which one was that? It was Tree of Life that she picked for me. Bobby's asking who picked for Under the Sea. I don't know. They did the Cotton Cuts decided to do kind of like a Secret Santa style. So somebody picked my colorway for me. I don't know who it is, but they apparently picked my colorway for me, and I don't know which colorway that is yet, and I don't know who picked it for me. Ian, did you get the Wild West in the large or small? This is the large. Most of the time for Cotton Cuts, in fact, pretty much all of the recent ones have been large. Oh no, there were some flaws in the fabric. Oh geez. Savannah says that she did Marina. She's going to do Marina for Under the Sea, and Kim said that there's going to be delays because there were flaws in the fabrics. Oof. That sucks. I just jumped a color. Did y'all see that? I just jumped a color. So that means I have to undo everything that I just did. Wah, wah. I went one ahead. See, this is what happens when I monitor chat, and so I make mistakes. But that's okay. It'll take 2 seconds to undo the sewing, And then we'll put the right color. At least I didn't trim it, right? Like, at least trimming didn't happen yet. So we'll get it done. We'll get this one taken off. We'll put the correct one on, and everything will be just fine. There we go. All right. Hold on to you. You're not ready yet. It's you that we're coming to. Oh, my iPad turned off. Are you doing the new mystery, the Mystery 5.0? I ended up receiving a kit from Cotton Cuts for that. I wasn't expecting that. They had an internal little competition going on between ambassadors. So whoever got the most reference codes used ended up getting a free kit. So I did receive my affiliate code was used the most. So I did receive a kit. I think I'll be doing it. I don't know when I'll do it, but I will do it at some point because I did receive the kit. So I don't even, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea what that Mystery 5.0 is. Obviously, it's a mystery quilt, but I looked in the kit that I received, and it doesn't look like it has enough fabric to be a full kit. Is that a full kit? Thank you, thank you, Bobby. You're right. I see it now. Red goes after teal. Thank you. I see you. You did try to stop me, but I was not paying attention. Yeah, that's not her fault, unfortunately. That sucks that there is a delay, but nothing Kim could do about that, especially if it's a problem with the fabric itself. That is a manufacturing issue, and you can blame the manufacturer for that. We all love our seam ripper. The last time I made a quilt, Dad to rip out the seams 3 times. Oh my. Oh my. Well, at least I have pre-drilled holes on this one, so I can just follow the lines that's already there. Just follow the line that's already sewn in. Yeah, love loathingly. Yeah, I do see a lot of people not getting the messages from Cotton Cut, so hopefully they are working on getting better messaging out. Auntie L says, "I hope it's a full kit. I bought one to try." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about those kits. I really don't. So I'm intrigued. I got the Tula Pink one. So again, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. I've never seen this before. I've never done this before. So, you know, if you know anything, please tell me in the chat, because I even went to the Mystery 5.0 website and it had no information on it. So I know that they're trying to keep it a mystery, but like, at least tell me like what size it's gonna be. I guess I don't know. Yeah. I'm with y'all. I'm like, what's happening? What is going on? What is this? What did I get myself into? Who are you? Pat, pre-drilled holes. That's what I call it when I'm air sewing. Pre-drilled holes. Oops. All right. So there we go. So that's all. I think I sewed all of the things. Yes. Yes, 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 and yes. So it's a real solid mystery. It is, Josh. It is a very big mystery, actually. The 50 mystery, us only a month, last only a month, with weekly clues. I can't remember the size, but it sounded small. It sounded like a small throw size. Okay, all right. I have no idea. No idea what it is. Tis a mystery. It's smaller. It's a smaller kit, 54 by 75 with weekly clues for 4 weeks. Okay. It was fun, but with the videos and sewing and all, it was pretty busy. I didn't know if it was like because they've done the gnomes. And so I was wondering if it was like the gnomes or something like that. Each of those mystery quilts are 56 by 72. Okay, good. I'm really frustrated with Wild West. I had to rip a few seams. Something was wrong with my blocks on the outer corners. Oh, interesting, Bobby. I keep wanting to call you BB for some reason. I don't know why. I'm like, BB! No, Bobby. Bobby. I learned through TikTok that apparently dyslexics are more likely to have audio processing issues, which would make sense why I can't really figure out people's names. So I have learned I will never be a barista at Starbucks. Ian, what did you decide to sew today? Cheryl, I am working on the borders for my Wild West puzzle mystery quilt. They did not have a border kit available, and so they sent me fabric to work with and said, you know, you like to make your borders, so we're sending you fabric so that way you can make your own pieced borders. And I said, challenge accepted. So that's what I'm working on today, is piecing my borders. Hope you joined on the live stream on Friday. If you were over on Becca's channel Friday, Mary, Becca, and I had a great time. Apparently, people were trying to auction me off. A great time was had by all. Such a fun live stream. So if you missed that over on Becca's channel, make sure to check out her channel. Exclamation Becca in the chat should bring up her channel if I remember correctly. That command should still be there. All right, there we go. And now we will put that there. And did you finish the pouch you were making? No, I haven't actually. No problem. I've been called worse. Well, I won't do that. I won't call you worse. We're gonna keep it at Bobby. So we'll keep it right there. Hello, Sally. Love Loathingly says, I would love a DIY border kit instead of the simple ones. Excuse me, that they send. It would be so much fun. I think that should be an option in the future, I feel like. Right, so what Create says, I started the bidding at $5 and I think it got up to $500. It sure did. I think it was actually 501. I think Flicky Chicky was like 501, if I remember correctly. Something ridiculous, and I'm like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are a crazy bunch. Made me laugh, though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I don't feel like this is... I don't feel like there's any liquid coming out. Yeah, there's like no liquid coming out. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or like what's happening. I'll have to play around with that and figure it out. It is pressing pretty flat, so that's nice, but I don't know if it's if the pin is actually doing anything. I'm gonna stop using the pin and play around with it and figure out what I'm doing wrong. But these seams are flattening out pretty well without it, so I'll do that off stream and figure out why my pin isn't working all that well. At least with my wonderful Aliso iron and my mat, it presses pretty flat without too much help. All right, one more seam, and our second border will be done, and then we'll just need to do 2 more. We'll see if we can get that done by the end of the live stream. Oops. I love this little Aliso iron. I love it so much. Love it, love it, love it. All right, there we go. There's our second border. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. I'm still here. Hi. Just putting this down. Oh, standing up and stretching does feel good though. All right, let's work on number trace. How's everybody doing in the chat? What did I miss? Hi, Linda. Hi, Ian. I'm having to miss out on most of your lives. Have a great afternoon sewing, though. No worries, Linda. I'm just glad you stopped by to say hello. I unfortunately missed the stream. I was keeping an eye on the ponies. We were handling the fireworks. Fireworks are horrid here. Sounds like a machine gun going off for hours. Goodness gracious, that sucks. Bobby says I have all the luck with picking the colorways that have small issues. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bobby. It happens. Bobby says, I picked the green colorway for Wild West that got lost in the mail, and now Marina is having manufacturing issues. Ugh, goodness. You will get there. You will get there, Bobby, I promise. See, I almost did it again. I almost said whatever. No barking spiders tonight. If you missed it on Friday, you missed it. Katie from Greenland is here and says, hi, Ian. Hey, Katie, how are you? Creative Cat says, hi, Ian and everyone. I'm thinking of doing a buy any bag. I'm collecting Ruby Star Society fabric right now. That's half the fun, right? It is. It is half the fun collecting the fabric. You are very much correct. So which bag are you going to be working on? I'm curious to find out. Becca wants to do the backpack, and I told her we would work on that together, and maybe we'll do a slow along with everybody. We'll see what happens. Wish there was a way to automatically, like when my machine kicks in, to automatically have the camera switch to the sewing machine, but that takes more technology than I have at the moment. Have you pressed the nub down? Yes, I did, Catherine. I did press the nub down to get the liquid flowing, and there is liquid there, but it's just not like a lot. Feels pretty dry. So I don't know if it's I'm doing something wrong or what, but I'm gonna play around with it off live stream and figure out. It's not the official Easy Press pin. It's actually a refillable pin, kind of like those alcohol markers. It's kind of like that kind of pin body. So I'm wondering if that's like what's going on. Tracy says, I think everyone might be late. I don't know what the Wild West quilt is. Tracy, the Wild West quilt is from Cotton Cuts. It was the Puzzle Mystery quilt, this past Puzzle Mystery quilt. So I'm working on borders. You could actually order a border kit from Cotton Cuts whenever you order a Puzzle Mystery quilt. But unfortunately, they were out of my colorway, and there was a miscommunication, and I didn't get a border kit. So they sent me extra fabric to work with and said, since you like to piece your borders anyways, we decided to send you just the fabric, and you can figure it out from there. So I used my Oops kit to create, and working on creating my own borders using the Oops kit. What? Wait, what? Also, they definitely catered to new sewists, but when I was concerned about food/cheese on my quilts, on my first quilt, no one told me it was remaining wax. I realized that a few years later. What? Food or cheese? What? I'm so lost. All right, next is red, and I'm doing it right this time. Becca is going to be at retreat on Friday, so there's not going to be a live stream on Friday. Do you think we should go live Friday? What do you think? On Cotton Cuts Boutiques, they had wax remaining from the dye process. As a new sewist, I thought it was dried food cheese. Oh, I get it. Okay, all right. For Tree of Life, I used my Oops kit on the back. I made the back look really nice. Karen, wow, you like really stretched the Oops kit out, because I'm only using it on, I used my whole Oops kit for this border. So like you really stretched it far, because I like I had barely any room to spare anything on this. So you like your master level utilization, I feel like. Yes, go live Friday. Yes, on Friday. Yes, on Friday. Yes, please. Yes, Friday. Yes, Friday. Yes, please stream Friday. Okay, it sounds like we're going to be going live on Friday. That's what it is sounding like. So I will get that set up after the live stream today. I don't know what we'll work on, but we'll do something. Maybe we will continue working on that. Actually, that might be a good idea. That'll give me time to get everything ready. We'll work on the thingamajigger for the technology, the router, that thing. Words, hard, ugh. We'll work on the router zipper case thing. Oh, that's true, Katie. What time is yours, Katie? Forgot about that. Yeah, Vicky, we'll do it at the same time. I did not finish the pouch yet, Zaza. So I think we will finish that on Friday. What's the name of the Etsy shop your pin came from? Grunge and Grace. Grunge and Grace. I don't have a link for it, but Grunge and Grace. I think her name is Krista? Is that right, guys? I think her name is Krista, if I remember correctly. I can see her face, like I see her face in my mind, but I can't remember her name. I'm terrible with names. Y'all know this. Y'all know I'm terrible. You can make fortune cookies. Ha ha. Funny, funny, Zaza. Starts at 4:30 Eastern. Okay, perfect. So that I will go live at 8, just like Becca does. 8 p.m. Eastern. So I will go live at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that way it doesn't bump into yours. Why did I put that over there? I don't know. Gosh, y'all are horrible with those fortune cookies. They were fortune cookies. Jeez. I don't know what that looks like. Tracy, did you finish the other quilt scrap structure? Forgot the name. Are you talking about the improv quilt? Is that the one you're talking about? Let's see. Is one of these longer? I think these might all be the same length. Nope. Maybe not. Oh no, this one's longer. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna take my longer ones and start with them first, and then we'll figure it out from there. Oh, spectral. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jonathan. No, I haven't finished that one yet. I did do some more work on it, but I haven't finished spectrals. Yeah, I haven't finished that one yet. Which I need to, because I know Northcott wants me to get it done, so that way I can post it on my social media. I feel really bad. Kim, I love you. I'm so sorry. I told them I would get that done in like March, and here it is, July. So thankfully, Northcott is really awesome. They're super awesome, and they're like, it's fine. Whenever you get the chance, like, get it done. I'm like, okay, thanks. So people at Northcott are awesome, and I will get it done sooner rather than later. I did add another step onto it. So yeah, that's it. Yep, Tracy, that's the name of it. Yeah, I am still working on that one. I worked a little bit on it yesterday, in fact. I'm just not quite done with it yet. It will get done. I promise it will get done. Just been like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, guys. Let me tell you. Lots going on and, that I'm very excited for, but lots has been keeping me occupied and busy. Thank you, Katie. Layla says, I hope to be at the quilting stage for this quilt by Friday. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for you, Layla. All right. So let's see how long this is. So this is about 36. This is another 36. Oh, it's not going to be long enough, I don't think. 36, two 36s and a 18 and a half. So quick math. 18.5 plus 36 plus 36 equals 90 and a half inches. Somebody remember that number for me? I really need to put a notepad. 90 and a half. So if it's 72, so it's 4.25 times 2. So I need next, so 70 plus, okay, plus 72. Oh, I need 80 inches, and this is 90, right? I think I did it. I think I did it. I don't think I need any more, because if it's 72 inches, and then I account for the 4 1/4 on either side, I need 80 and a half inches, and this is 90 and a half. Right? Am I saying that right? Yeah. Yeah. I need 80. Okay, so I did it then. All right. Did you manage to get proper crabs this weekend with Becca? Zaza, that sounds wrong. We did go out and eat crabs at, well, actually, Mary and Becca got crabs on, we actually went out on the 4th of July. We were out at Captain Pell's on 4th of July. And thanks, lovingly. I really appreciate you helping to confirm everything for me. Where to buy the press pin? Roberta, you can get it from Grunge and Grace on Etsy. Grunge, I really need to do a command. That's what I need to do. I need to put a command in. I'll do that another time. But anywho, we did go get crabs. Mary and Becca had crabs. I had the lobster roll, which was a little bit different than what I've had in previous lobster roll sessions. Sessions? What? Anywho, so yes, we did get crabs, but I got a lobster roll, and it was good. It was very good, but it was a little different. Yep, Grunge and Grace on Etsy. 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 So I think that means I have everything. I think that means I have everything. So all I have to do is trim this up. And then sew the last one, and I think I'm going to get this before the end of the live stream. So I'll have my borders, and I can put those borders on today, I think. I have so many things that I need to do. I don't know what to tackle first, because I still need to edit Josh's podcast. I also need to finish the spectral quilts. And then I need to put borders on this. So who knows? Who knows what I'm going to accomplish first, if anything. I may not accomplish anything. I may take a nap. Take a nap. Take a nap, take a nap, take a nap, nap, nap. Nap, 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 nap. about to drop everything. Do you like that sound effect? Wah! Wario! Just kidding. I have a lot of half square triangles down there. Man, that builds up really fast. Put that over there for now. All right, let me look at chat. I couldn't remember the name of Captain Pels, but you both were so disappointed last weekend. Yeah, it was not. It was okay. I mean, well, okay. So the one in what was that? Not Raleigh, Fredericksburg? No, not Fredericksburg. Roanoke? No, that's not it. Where was Road to Virginia? Yeah, wherever we were for Road to Virginia, wasn't good. And then Becca invited me. Her and her family went out for crabs, but they went somewhere different. They didn't go to Captain Pell's. They went to some other place. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll tag along. And it was okay. I would eat there again, but it wasn't Captain Pell's. It wasn't. The tables were really tired too. So. Yeah, and then we had Captain Pell's and everything was good. They're Hush Puppy. Richmond, thank you, Zaza. Gosh, why couldn't I remember that? Start at the beginning, and when you come to the end, stop. Okay, everybody, see you later. So what creates? I'm sorry. I'm lost. I said, see, that's the problem. Is I'll say something and then I'll forget what I say, and I'm like, what? What did I say? Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. You'll tell me here in a second, anyways, and everything will be right with the world. You'll be like, you said this, and I'm like, oh, I did say that, didn't I? And then you'll be like, silly, Ian, and I'll be like, yep, that's me. You're welcome. Guys, I'm going to ask the chat, and if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to answer in the comments. I have been requested by a guild. They want me to come do a lecture and a workshop for them. So I told them that I don't have that set up yet. Like, I don't have anything ready to go, and that I would need to do that, and I'll get back in touch with them as soon as I figure that out. What kind of lecture do you think I should do? What kind of lecture do you think I should do? And what kind of workshop do you think I should do? Because honestly, I don't know what I can do. Like, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I like turtles. I'm just kind of like, what would people want to learn from me? Because a lot of times I just kind of go and just kind of do what's already kind of out there. So like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, and I don't want to do anything that's kind of already out there, but I don't know what to do. So what kind of lecture do you think I should teach or talk? What kind of lecture should I do? And then what kind of workshop would you want to sign up if I was to teach it? You don't know what to do first. You just have so much to do. Okay, now I get it. Let's see. Jonathan says to do it. Your glue-based binding is a great tip. Teach that. I don't know if I could make that a whole workshop, though. Hey! Becca's in the chat, and she says, hey, I'm just stopping in to say my long arm is fixed. Woo-woo! Yesterday, a cord connecting Pro Stitcher to the machine decided to die. Bleh. I replaced it myself today. Good job, Becca. That's exciting. Deborah says to do paper piecing. Talk about your experiences building an online community. Oh, that would be interesting. Postcards from the edge of off Kilter. Oh. Seams and point matching. Everything is out there. Everything is out there. You be you. I was also thinking like a lecture about, because I was a lighting designer, color theory. I was thinking about like a color theory workshop. What do you think? Or not workshop, but a lecture about color theory. What do y'all think about that? What are you most confident in doing? I don't know. It's stitching away, and I bought a backup for this cord. Good for you, Becca. Make sure to have those on backup ready to go. Maybe talk about your experience with Margot the Boxer. Change happens. I don't know that I want to. I don't know that I would want to talk about that, to be completely honest with you. I want to make a name tag pouch for the cruise. Oh, Deanna, that sounds like fun. I like that idea. I'm sneaking in and peeking. Color theory would be good. Color theory would be great. Talk about your journey, how you got started, what brings you into quilting. Deborah, that could be a good idea. See, I'm like, I feel like I don't feel like I'm specialized anything, you know? So I feel like anything that I talk about, somebody else could talk about. Postcards would be a fun class. Color theory is good, but just general conversation about you. Hey, Banana Joe, welcome. Good to see you. Lecture on entering quilt shows and talk about how not everything has to be perfect. You know what So It Creates? That's actually not a bad idea. It's actually that's a really good idea. You're good at completing projects, have a plan from start to finish. Yes, someone else can talk about all the things, but we want to hear from you. Oh, okay, fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's one of the things that I have to start building is, you know, building a catalog of lectures. And then, of course, I have to start building the slide decks and all the things. Because, you know, I have to have visuals. Because finished is perfect. Color, both literal and color theory, metaphorically adding color into your quilting life through the community. Oh! Just going to screenshot that one right there. That's a great suggestion. Thank you. Screenshotting that one. I hadn't thought about that. All right, Banana Joe. Talk about the it in quilting that you are passionate about. It's funny, somebody asked me, like, I was asking somebody else the same question. I was like, I don't know what to talk about. And they're like, well, what do you like? And I'm like, I like quilting. And she's like, yeah, we got that. She's like, stop being a smart, oh, I almost said a bad word. Stop, don't be a smart donkey. I know, right? Isn't it? It's very deep for a Sunday afternoon. I wasn't ready for that. Wasn't ready for that nugget of a gem. I may use that. I hope it's okay. I may take that and run with that. I kind of love that, actually. This lecture is inspired by my community. Susan says, hi all in chat, just got home from church. How was church today? What was your nugget of knowledge today from church? I love seeing how people work through a process. I have someone surprise you with a fabric pack and roll with it and talk about your color theory and process start to finish. Like, sorry, I'm sorry. That's a good idea. Talking through your process to make quilts or how to prepare yourself to start a quilt. FPP. Foundation paper piecing. If I teach a class, I have to sing that at the very beginning. I stand up in front of everyone. Foundation paper piecing. Oh yeah. They'd be like, bye, go away. 2 more days of Florida heat, and then I can go back home to Maine. I think it's a little cooler in Maine, although it's been pretty warm here. It's kind of been similar to Texas. It's still cooler than Texas. At least it's not the 110. So I've been doing better. I thought I was going to finish this in 5 minutes, and so I was going to be like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do after I finish this, but we've almost filled up the 2-hour time, so I'm happy that the timing is working out. Unlike last weekend where Becca and I were done in an hour, and we kind of looked at each other and were like, what do we talk about now? What do we do? I thought it was going to take longer. I really did. I thought it was going to take longer, so I didn't. You're right, Zaza. Virginia is humid and not hot. I have had to put a dehumidifier in my apartment because it's been really, 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 really humid. So I did have to put a dehumidifier here with me. Is that the right one? I don't feel like this is the right one. I feel like this one's shorter. Hold on. Hold on. Is this the right one? I think that's the short one. Let me check really quick. Be sure to take stickers. Yes, absolutely. Stickers are a must. Stickers are a must. Okay. So, yeah, okay. All right, cool. This is the one I used. I grabbed the wrong one. I don't know how. I don't know what I did. Guys, you'll have to check out Josh's interview in a couple of weeks. He gave me the vapors. It was really funny, actually. It was hilarious. So check that out in a couple of weeks. Like I said, this week, for those of you who came in late, this week it's going to be a West Texas Panhandle, 88 degrees. Oh, that's not terrible. This week's podcast, Becca takes a break from the podcast. It's just me and male quilters. We wanted to do a special episode of the Sew Off Kilter podcast that was from the male perspective in quilting. So make sure to check that out on Wednesday. It's going to be... I'm excited for everyone to see that episode. It's going to be a great time. I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. I had a great time recording it. So I hope y'all have just as much enjoyment listening to it. Humidity, what's that? Here in Arizona, we think it's 35% humidity is high. Well, that may be true. But here, not so much. Humidity has dropped off a little bit. I was having to empty the dehumidifier like once in the morning and once at night. There were a couple of days there that I had to empty it twice in a day, like twice during the day, once at night. Teresa, you don't have anyone in the flooded area, do you? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Do you want people to remember you for quilting tip that you can find anywhere online, or do you want people to remember you for something uniquely you? That is, Jonathan, another nugget of gold right there. Jonathan's killing it in the live chat today. Oops. Killing it in the live chat. I am deceased because Jonathan is killing it. The library is open. Although the library is usually more for shade, so we won't go there today. We won't go to the library today. Felt like we went to the library on Friday, though. Goodness gracious, y'all are ridiculous. 501 cents for Ian. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I bet a lot has to be edited out. Nope. Nope, not at all. Can't wait to see the male quilter episode, and I hope you recover from the vapors from our interview. No, actually, well, there was a little bit that had to get edited out of the guys episode, but not very much. We did go off on a couple of tangents. It was pretty funny. But Josh is actually, I edited Josh's interview, well, the first round of editing. I actually am doing 2 rounds of editing on it because of the software that we use. I'm actually doing 2 rounds of editing, but I finished the first round in like 15 minutes last night, so there wasn't much editing that I needed to do. Dr. Kathy Smith, hello. And see you sneak in here. Dr. Kathy Smith, are you going to be in Raleigh? I can't remember if you said you were, or I'm going to ask people, like, if you've already answered that, get ready for that question 20 more times before Raleigh happens. No broke boys. I kept things quite PG. We did. We did keep things pretty much PG. Except at the very end, but that was after it was done. Kept it quite PG. Come on. Open. Thank you. It was still a really fun interview with Josh, though. Really, really, I don't want to say deep is the right word, but like we got into some really fun territory on pattern writing and pattern designing and all that kind of stuff. So, not going to Raleigh. I have to attend a wedding at the same time. Got it. Dr. Kathy Smith will not be in Raleigh. That's okay. Lots of other people will be. I'm also excited because I will debut brand new stickers at Raleigh. which I'm very, very excited about. So excited. I've already been working on them. I've already been working on my stickers for Raleigh, so you know they're gonna be good. At least I hope y'all like them. I think you will, though. I think you will. And what's the brand of the table you're using for your Bernina? This is the Aero Gidget 2 table. And I bought the surround. It came with the surround for the Bernina. I had to order, I mean, it came with the order, but it did come a little bit after the order did, because it is custom cut. So I did have to wait a little bit for it, a little bit. But I do like it. It's just that actually that's one of the things we talked about during the podcast with All Guys. We talked about how everything is obviously made for ladies, and how we work with that. All right, there we go. There is my other border. We need to have something appropriately inappropriate for my stickers. True story, Zaza. True story. All right, so there we go. There's the other border design. I am going to work on probably putting these on because it won't take me too long to put these borders on. So I'm not going to do it on the live stream. I'm going to go off live stream because we're almost at time. So I will work on that this afternoon, evening, and get my quilt all ready to quilt, because I may pop over to Becca's while she is out of town and use her long arm that she apparently just fixed. So I may do that. Wah! Love stickers. I know it's going to be great. I'm so excited for these stickers. So excited. Y'all don't know what's coming. You do not know. Y'all have no idea. And again, I'm pretty sure I am way more excited about this than y'all are going to be. Like, I feel like I'm going to disappoint y'all. You're going to be like, that's what you've been working on? I mean, yay, but that's it? I feel like I'm going to disappoint y'all, but I'm super excited about it, so I hope that y'all will be all right. Already, keep me in the loop when you get your where you get your stickers made. Sticker app. We can talk about this, Josh. We can talk about this for sure. Don't break it, for goodness sake. I know, right? It's me. That's me. You do know, Jonathan. You absolutely do. Do you think, Jonathan, since you know, do you think people are going to be excited about that? I feel like I am going to be more excited about it than everybody else, but we'll see. Banana Joe, you got, did you get your stickers? I don't have any more of the 4-letter word quilt, unfortunately, but I think we got one out to you, right? Becca and I both got stickers out to you, I think we did. Yeah, I'm so excited. So excited. Karen says you could never disappoint us. No. Josh, you know. You know. Banana Joe, I don't have any more of my 4-letter. Send me your address again, because I feel like I definitely dropped some stickers in the mail. That is true, Jonathan. That is true. All right, Banana Joe, send me an email with your address again. I don't have any more of my 4-letter quilt stickers. I'm sorry. But I'll get my other 2 stickers out to you, and I'll grab some stickers from Becca as well. So I'm terribly at secrets. They leave me the mind the moment I'm told. They leave me the mind. They leave your mind. Okay, all right. I did, Zaza. I did tell them. I needed a few people to tell. Very, very small group. Very, very small group. Don't worry. Sooner rather than later. Something fun is coming. Okay, no worries, Banana Joe. Whenever you get the chance. Yeah, I needed a test market. I needed to test market out and see what the community thoughts were. Um, Jonathan says I would love to have a 4-letter quilt of my own, but I don't know if I'm allowed to quilt it at work. Oh, no worry, Josh. I knew what you were saying, but my brain wasn't like catching up with. Yeah, I know what you're saying. No worries. Let's see. Does this work? I may have to. Oh, it does work. Okay, good. It didn't work yesterday. So what creates stickers? I have the one of you following on my hand wheel. You're always falling in circles. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's fun. Whee! Yes, email is in the description box, or it is right here as well. Right here in the chat. offkiltercrafterian@gmail.com. Send me an email and we'll get you a set of stickers out your way. I swear I sent some your direction, but maybe they just didn't make it. I don't know. All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it. I think we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna go work on putting those borders onto my quilt. I'm actually really excited. I think this is gonna look great on my quilt, so super excited about that. Friday. I will be back on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably work some more on that kit, the zippered pouch that I was working on for the wireless router. We'll probably continue working on that. And then I'll be back on Sunday too. Shoot, I have to do 2 live streams back to back pretty much, so it'll be fun. We'll get it figured out though. All right, that's it for now. I think I said everything. Oh, is next weekend? Is it next weekend? That's the Oh, it is next week. Oh, it's gonna be a jam-packed weekend. I just realized. So we'll have the live stream on Friday. Saturday will be the Zoom. Sunday will be another live stream. We have a lot happening over the next couple of days, don't we? We sure do. All right. So next weekend, Friday live stream, Saturday Zoom, Sunday live stream. I did do, Zaza, that's very true. I did do 2 live streams this weekend, so there you go. All right, I love each and every one of you. Thank you guys for spending some time with me. And of course, normal is just a setting on the dryer. Bye, everyone.